Alright, I'm gonna today let you just look at something a little nicer, a little change. It's just out my window here. But what I want to talk about today is basically the top story on Drudge Report today is Homeland Security warns of right-wing extreme. Which is kind of funny because to me the report's a little bit of bullshit because there is no right-wing extreme right now. I mean, we're getting there, but it's not, there's no violence. You know what I mean? It hasn't joined up yet or anything. And the chemtrail people might go crazy if they look at this video because you can actually see an airplane dropping in chemtrail right now over this right-wing extremist's home. Oh my god. Center of the screen at the little top, that little white line, that's a chemtrail, folks. Who gives a shit? Okay, anyway, just kidding about the chemtrail thing. Oh no. The article's not loading. Let me try this other link here. Bear with me a minute here while I try to get this to load. Well, basically, the article just simply was sent out to law enforcement for them to, I don't really know what they wanted them to do, but to watch out for right-wing radicals. A 9-page report was sent to police. The Department of Homeland Security is warning law enforcement officials about a rise in right-wing extremism activity, saying the economic recession, the election of America's first black president, and the return of a few disgruntled war veterans could swell the ranks of white power militias. A footnote attached to the report by the Homeland Security Office of Intelligence and Analysis defines right-wing extremism in the United States as including not just racist or hate groups, but also groups that reject federal authority in favor of state and local authority. Lord. It may include groups that include individuals that are dedicated to a single issue, such as opposition to abortion or immigration, the warning says. Basically, if you're an American and you support the Constitution, you're a fucking radical. I mean, that's what this is saying. The White House has distanced itself from the analysis. And Nick Shapiro, spokesman, went on to say, give some bullshit response that I'm not going to read. It's a waste of time. President Obama is above it all. That's basically what he said. The 9-page document was sent to police and sheriff's department across the United States on April 7th under the headline, Right-Wing Extremism. Current economic and political climate fueling resurgence in radicalization and recruitment. It says the federal government will be working with its state and local partners over the next several months to gather information on right-wing extremism activity in the United States. The joint federal-state activities will have a particular emphasis on the causes of right-wing extremist radicalization. Well, let me give you an idea of what the fucking cause is. It's government doing everything wrong and not listening to the will of the people or following the Constitution. If they want to calm us down, they could do their fucking jobs. It's pissing me off by the minute. I think we should join up because of this article. That would be humorous. Homeland Security spokeswoman Sarah Kubin said, the report is one in an ongoing series of assessments by the department to facilitate a greater understanding of the phenomenon of violent radicalism in the U.S. Violent? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Did we have another shooting or something? I must have missed where I don't understand really what they're talking about. The report, which was first disclosed to the public by nationally syndicated radio host Roger Hedgecock, makes clear that the Homeland Security Department does not have specific information that domestic right-wing terrorists are currently planning acts of violence. It warns that fringe organizations are simply gaining recruits but provides no numbers. Failed. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. The report says extremist groups have used President Obama as a recruiting tool. Okay. I want to stop here for a second. I want to go back real quick to what something Obama said, or his spokesman said. He said, the president is focused not on politics, but rather taking the steps necessary to protect all Americans from the threat of violence and terrorism, regardless of its origins. What we just read there, basically, they have finally done. They have finally, the federal government has finally labeled people who actually believe in the Constitution as terrorists or potential terrorists. However, due to the 9/11 syndrome, when you are even insinuated to be tied to a terrorist, you are a fucking terrorist. Okay, this is going to be a huge problem, because what it's going to end up doing, this article in and of itself is going to create the very thing that it's warning its people about. When I say its people, I mean the government. And don't even realize the things that they do. I bet President Bush would see this and goes, man, maybe I shouldn't have created Homeland Security. This is why we need to get rid of Homeland Security. Because it's going to come after us eventually. It's just a matter of time. As things get worse, it's going to feel justified. But then the question becomes, who are they saving? Who is the Homeland Security Department serving if they're going after their own people? And they're talking about small numbers. Small numbers, my ass. What's the Tea Parties tomorrow? You won't be seeing small numbers. So, yeah, this is an interesting little article. If you go to drudgereport.com, it's the top article. He's gotten his little big black titles. Homeland Security warns of right-wing radicals. If I can get a video on this, I may put it on my site, thelibertarianreport.com. Or, excuse me, libertarianreport.com. I haven't really been able to upload it, and I don't really update it every day, because I only want interesting stories. And this is definitely one of them, because after the Missouri thing, they took that down. But perhaps they just got it from the Homeland Security Department. So I don't know. I mean, it's just a mess. So anyways, I thought I'd give you a nice little picture of, where I live and what it looks like outside, just to kind of paint you a rosy picture as opposed to the depressing real world that's going on right now out here. See ya.